there's two stories. One is they wanted a poster for the original poster. And this guy designed the original poster, and they didn't like it because there was a nude in it. So they called me in, and because of Ty Porter, I gave them their name. They called me up and they said, "Can you come in and see us?" This was Thursday afternoon. And they said, "We need a poster for this festival. And this is the one they don't like. Can you do one by Monday?" I lived a few blocks away from their office in the village, really. And so that weekend, I was drawing these birds called fat birds. They don't look like doves to you. They don't look like pigeons because the pigeon has no shape. So I did this. So Monday morning, I got up, I got the paper, I did the whole thing with razor blade. And I brought it in, and they loved it. So let's do it. And then we made a deal so I could print it. We had to wait for the names, these things, because in the beginning they didn't have all these names. And then, I don't know who the first one was. Rosamond may remember that. But once they wanted it, everybody started finding out more about it. So I kept changing the black plate on the printer. The printer was Rappaport Press, one of the most famous printers in New York. Great printer. We did 4 or 5 books together. And he told me a great story about him. But anyway, he said, "Why don't we stop?" He said, "I don't want, and finish, get all the names in, and then we'll do it one shot." So that's it. And they printed 2 different sizes. One was for the subway, buses. This was for the buses. And the other one was for slapped on walls all over the country.
The big one, 24.
Yeah, that's why it's on thin paper.
20, 24 by 36.
And when I did the special one, I don't want it. I wanted to put on heavier board because every time I take it out, there are nicks, First, I came up with the slogan was, so how do you say peace is a bird, and the music is the guitar. I could do it 50 different ways. I do it simple. I think I saw a show at Museum of Art on Matisse's cutouts, which he gave me the idea of doing the whole thing with it, He did it with scissors lying in bed. He had the students paint the colors he wanted on big sheets, and he would cut them out. And then he told them where to put it on the board.
All right, so that's where the idea of the stencil of the cutout.
Right. When you design a poster, you have 1 second to look at it and get the idea. And I said to myself, it should be a blue background, because it's peace. But I'm already saying peace with the bird. So then I picked out the red, so that you can see it a block away.
Okay, so all the colors and design are Arnold Skolnick.
Right. And some of the posters, the blue and the green vibrate because they have the same value. You must have realized that, because you have, right? So that was it, One mistake. Forgot to make the beak black. Which should be black, right?
I think the red works.
It works if we're lucky, because how I give it to the printer. I gave him acetates for each color. But remember the acetates with Dot Max already?
Mm-hmm.
So each color separate. I give him a swatch, a color swatch. This is solid red. And that's one of the problems we had by printing it, because it takes up so much ink, they have to stop the press and it put more ink in it, you know.
Do you know how many were done?
Well,
How many originally were printed?
I think 5,000, but I'm not sure.